This is your daily market review for Tuesday, July 30th, 2024. Let's go. Hey everyone, this is my channel to help investors and traders develop a probability-based mindset to succeed. Also try and keep friends informed of what's going on in the markets and the economy, and also a little real estate content as well. This is Dan Max at eXp Realty, aka the Trading Agent. This is your daily market review for Tuesday, July 30th, 2024, the day before the FOMC meeting. A little choppy and sloppy, not surprised. Tech taking a bite, taking a little, dropper. Certain names holding up okay. Overall, the market to me, near term, as we've talked about, it's going to be sloppy and choppy. It's going to be kind of a stock picker's market, and you have earnings. You have a lot going on. That's hence why I said just be patient. What's the rush? Why do you feel like you have to do something every day? Why can't you let the levels play out, let things come in? And if you miss them, it's not the end of the world. However, there's going to be opportunities abound. So we know going into the FOMC meeting, they're not cutting tomorrow, but you have jobs numbers on Friday. We know things are getting worse. We've talked about this. We've tried to communicate such and warn folks that if you were chasing tech forever, you're going to get absolutely shredded because that's how it works. There's no distinct advantage with these companies, again, unless some like Apple, even Google, but even then, like, they're going to have big pullbacks. And if the market does what I think it's going to do and what we've talked about, it's not going to be easy. So please do yourself a huge favor. Check out this daily market review. Subscribe to the channel. Join the Discord room. Get involved. Again, if you join, let us know what's up. What brings you in? How can we help? So, new to the Discord room. Link description below. Follow the post on Twitter. Posting a lot of stuff today. Not so much. Just kind of, I don't know. I said to myself, the rest of the week is where all my mental capacity needs to be focused. So why would I go all in big today? I'm not. Maybe I could miss some things, but that's the nature of the beast. If you want to reach out, again, Calendly link. You know what to do. Hit me up. Also, check out the website, tradingagent.com. Again, please subscribe for updates. If you have any questions, again, that website is full of fun information about whether it's real estate, trading, updates, recommended reading, Marcus accounts, getting your 5.5%. But this is what we do. So let's all do ourselves a favor and just be patient. And again, so we watch these videos. Again, telling you education everywhere. Like, subscribe, hit the notification bell. I appreciate it. So tomorrow, it should say 0, but it might creep up. But the irony is, like, if anyone's taking that bet, it's just throwing away money. This is the lock of the century. Just know that. We know September, this is where it gets a little freaky. It's like, are we getting a 50 basis point cut? Because if we're getting a 50, what's going on? I thought the economy's strong. Everyone's fine. Everything's good. Wrong. So Bitcoin, look at it. Range high. Chopping. Warn folks. I don't need to say this over and over and over again. That's the thing. I don't trust it until the Feds actually pivot because we know what's happening. Liquidity problems. People getting stuck. Margin calls. Institutions selling. And it's like they sell the good with the bad again. That's what I say. Throwing the baby out with the bathwater. Oil. Not surprised, pulling back. Said be careful chasing it. No real desire to. Again, we like oil. We like gas on pullbacks. But I have no desire, zero desire to chase these. Now, will I shorten them? No. However, I can keep an eye on them. Not surprised, natural gas, again, little choppy around support. It's just the nature of the beast. So again, if you have any questions, you know what to do. Slap the like button, leave a comment. I really appreciate all the comments because, again, I think it helps the algorithm. Because, folks, there's a lot of folks out there that don't know where to go. Again, am I always right? No. But is our channel meant to help people grow, help to be better traders? Abso-freaking-lutely. Dollars we talked about holding up. Best turd in the toilet of all the currencies, TLT. Said 94 was coming before the FOMC meeting. You're welcome. You're very welcome. Now, again, can we break out? You need to really get over the 95 levels. Just call it a big round number. Get over 95. Maybe we can get some more juice. There's a big trend line here at 96. Yeah. Wouldn't be surprised if we touch that at some point very soon. Just saying. VIX holding up. Again, could we drop down to the 14? It's always possible, but just do yourself a favor. Again, let things come to you, whether you're shorting or longing. You probably could have bought some things for longs today. We'll go through the charts. We'll show you why. VIX, again, holding up pretty well. SPY, guys, we talked about trading in this range. Got back to the range lows, closed around the 50-day. Again, nobody in my right mind should be going crazy until they hear the Feds. And when I say crazy, like letting the Feds talk. Here you go. Qs, tech, makes sense. 100-day retest, right? IWM hits the top of the range. Doink. Again, I don't trust it, but I'm looking for a trap here potentially over 225. DIA, all over the place. Again, McDonald's seems to be holding up pretty well. Chop, chop, fizz, fizz. Now, remember, we have some earnings we need to talk about after the close. I mean, you got AMD, First Solar, Microsoft, Pins, Starbucks, all names that we will check the 10-minute when we get a chance. This is gold. We talked about this is a big choppy action. Again, could we break out tomorrow? I highly doubt it. Again, silver not really acting well. Again, the baby with the bathwater. Be careful. But they're overdue, right, for a little bounce. GDX, we talked about this earlier in the week. Like, don't be surprised they bounce a little bit, but you don't want to see them up into the FOMC meeting because that means people are chasing it. Who would be chasing gold into an FOMC meeting? More likely than not, novices, not pros. That's just my opinion after trading gold for 25 years almost. This feels like freaking Groundhog Day. AEM, chopping around, holding up. AG, held the 200-day, looking like, okay, watch that 623. Newmont, this is a Newmont. Again, this makes sense. Like, again, long term, I think this makes sense on pullbacks. Pass, same kind of thing. On pullbacks, let them pull back. Do not chase. I'm telling you, if the market gets shredded, they throw the baby out the bathwater. This is a Taiwan semi, right? Holding the 100-day. Got it? Okay. Micron. I mean, these are simple trades. If you've been following the channel, you know the levels. Micron, not so hot. However, at 104 after hours, tough one. When in doubt, move on to something else. AMD up at 148 after hours with earnings. Okay. 8-day, 10-day. Again, I mean, we could go through the numbers, but the numbers don't matter. It's the reaction. Made a new low into earnings. I mean, it's probably got some upside. I mean, look at all the moving averages, like just all curling down. Maybe there's a trade into the 150s. NVIDIA talked about taking profits on, was it Friday last week? I don't know. Yeah, what's it? Oh, Thursday. Here comes the 100-day. Said it was coming. Here we go. Now, near term, probably oversold. Could it go lower? Abso-freaking-lutely. Could it touch the gap? Could it touch 102? Could it fill the gap? Absolutely. Again, it really depends on what the Feds say tomorrow. This is the thing about it. If you're trading around your position, could you have added? Yep. It's a good trade. Now, if you're fully short, just be careful. I mean, there could be a squeeze. Remember, that's the thing about the volatility. When volatility increases, it means big moves both ways. Keep that in mind. SMCI, talked about the 200-day. Here you go. No, Jay Solstice was talking about in the Discord room again. I apologize. I wasn't really around. I'm just not going to do much. But if you were trading and you were around and you had opportunities, you jumped on them. Congrats. I mean, that's the thing. It's like your time, your ability to watch matters. If you couldn't, then you like me, you just chilled the hell out. Intel said wait for the 30 level. I mean, the low of the day today was 30. Congrats. I mean, it's all worth watching. We'll see what happens. SMH, we talked about, this is a train wreck in my opinion. But it is slightly oversold. 284 down to 230 in a straight line. If it just gets smothered even more and crushed, well, it just kind of shows you that there's really not much any support here. I mean, when everyone goes all in, there's no one left to buy. But there will be times where the shorts have to cover some, and the market makers will try to squeeze it up to unload to get inventory to move. So just keep an eye on it. Again, I don't believe in tech long term. Not saying that the tech companies won't be around, but the stocks, do not chase them. Adobe, waiting for a pop. Apple, earnings. What, tomorrow? No, Thursday after the close, right? Just chopping around. Seems to be holding tight. Amazon. Again, these names that have earnings, I doubt they're going to get crushed until they have earnings. Meta. Earnings are coming. Was it after hours? Did I miss this one? I think it may have been. Again, I apologize. I didn't. Just watch. You got to take out 442. It hit that after the close. I'm watching the 10-minute. So clearly something was going on. CRM, and maybe it just has reaction to Microsoft's earnings potentially. I apologize. Watch the references. Man, if that 100-day hits. Guggenheim, again, chopping around. Gap down on earnings. 100-day. I mean, this is what happens in a downtrend. It's the same thing as an uptrend. Like, you get some days of chopping around. Don't be surprised. Mr. Softy, after hours at what? 407. Got below the 200-day. Now, again, don't be surprised. This is if I'm the market makers, just listen in really closely. If it drops on earnings and everybody sells, I have to absorb the inventory. What would be the best thing to do absorbing inventory? And if everyone buys puts at the open, it's to take the most amount of money for the most amount of people. So that would probably mean at some point there is going to be a bounce. NDAQ, someone's asked me, have you shorted this one yet? Clearly I should, but I haven't yet. Again, I just didn't do it, but it makes sense. And people are like, well, what are you doing? I just wasn't around. I apologize. This one, again, I don't think they're going to get bought out, but worth watching. I think this one's easy because, again, once the trend moves away from tech and tech gets sold, the highest volumes are now. It's the unloading. After that, the volumes start dying. Remember that. MicroStrategy, again, it's not looking so hot for a breakout. Not so hot. But again, they have a split, so it could hold up. I'd be watching that one for dips to buy, but I don't know if it'll break out. Just don't think it will. Netflix, riding the 100-day. Chop, chop. Roblox. Earnings coming up Thursday morning. Not going to touch that. Pan W, right? We like this one. Broke the 50-day. Again, I've gone on record, been like a broken record. I'm waiting for the long term. I want to see a big pullback, then I'll pull the trigger. Tesla. A very good trading stock. Look at the 2-day range. Hits it, comes back, fills the gap. Then it fills the gap and rallies back a little in the close. I mean, you could probably watch that 220 area for a bounce tomorrow. That's my opinion. Insight. Didn't they have earnings this morning? Yep. All over the place. Again, the volume's not that great on it. 4 million. Again, I like this long term. I'm not going to repeat myself. McDonald's said watch the 100-day. Right? Here you go. Here you go. Now watch for multi-day ranges. I think you have references if you want to short. I mean, even if it get a little higher. I mean, just watch it. That's what traps do. DKNG. We talked about this thing. I think it's toast in time. It's just playing its game, but maybe it just holds around till earnings. And I think the earnings are next week. I could be wrong. I know it's Thursday. It's with the Apple one. So yeah, it's not going to really go anywhere. Airbnb Bizzle, chopping around, watching the range lows. I mean, it looks like it's about to flop more. Costco. It's interesting how Airbnb is acting like crap, but the housing index is holding up. Okay. Costco, leaders starting to crack. Looks like it's cracked. Starbucks, after hours, what is it at? 79. Their earnings were absolute dog shit. Retesting this range up here. I mean, their sales were down. Is the worst behind us? I don't know. Your guess is good as mine. But just be careful. I mean, we talked about this. Competition. People can't afford coffees. This thing has been an absolute disaster. But now that it has, does it need a chop for a little bit? And this is where I'd be watching. You might be getting a gift from the gods to short at some point. Federal Express looks like a big head and shoulders top. Patience. Caterpillar, earnings coming up, right? What day is it? I can't remember. What do they already have? No, they're coming up. Just keep an eye on this. And a lot of this stuff I don't trust. Nucor. We don't mind Nucor, but just let them chop out. Again, we like commodities long term. I hate to be a broken record, but it's just sometimes there's not a lot to do. X, I don't want to buy commodities if the market pulls back. VALE, I mean, this name is getting real cheap. $10, 10. Arrow, again, we like copper. We think, we make sense. Chopping around. CCJ had earnings this morning, if I remember correctly. I mean, it says that's what it says, but I don't remember. The action, the volume isn't saying much. Again, but this is the thing. Goldman upgrades the highs, you run away. Telling you, they're not very good. They're really great at selling their stock to their clients and then buying it back, and they'll go, oh, downgrade later. CF, we talked about the ag names, just chopping around. This one's been stronger. Again, I think if anyone gets bought out, will be CF at some point. Mosaic, NTR, just chopping around. Just kind of, I don't know, not much to say. Let them play out. I mean, then I think there will be deep value at some point. Get it? Got it? Good. Okay, cool. AA. Thought there was a bounce due here, but now it's looking like a little trap here. Look at that little novice gap, maybe. But again, these are names I just keep an eye on. I'm not doing too much. XLF, look at this. Brutal retest. Added a little. Again, I put some orders in. I wasn't watching. I think I put an order in at the FAS at 9. Not really that great of an entry. Closed at 884. Again, stupidity in my part, maybe. I don't know. I'm just, again, I've said this and I'm going to go on record. The banks hold all the bombs, y'all. They hold everything. They're holding all the problems. JP Morgan, why would anyone buy their stock if they don't want to buy it? Morgan Stanley, right? Chopping around, 20-day. Bank of America. I mean, this has been absolutely just, okay, little oversold bounce. Goldman Sachs. Again, if you've got your Marcus account, you're good. But again, this could be trappy. I don't trust this stuff at all. It's going to be hard sometimes to short swing trade. That's the problem. Just like picking bottoms, it can be incredibly hard. Gary, chopping around. It looks like we have a reference, but again, I'm not going to go nuts on that one yet. XBI looks like a double top. Keep an eye on it. Again, I keep looking at the housing index. I'm like, you got to be high out of your mind if you see what's going on. Look at these dojis up here. Is it a trap or am I wrong? We'll see. TAN, solar. Again, if you're buying solar, I think you're out of your mind too. Again, oil prices come down. Economy's slow. Government spending slows. Credits go away. Again, we talked about these names. They're just all downtrends. Just zoom out. Zoomy, zoomy, zoomy. Just looking for dip. Pounces the short. I don't know. First Solar had earnings. After hours, it's 215. I mean, this thing could... I mean, I think this will be a double-digit stock at some point. It's just when. HYG. Anyone buying corporate debt? Yeah, that's another one that you got to be high out of your mind. USO. Right? A little oversold probably down here. UNG, again, we talked about natural gas chopping around. Not surprised. I just don't like this product. Again, we talked about if you shorted the boil. Sorry, not the boil, but the cold up in the, like, get to 78 to 80, somewhere in that range. Yeah. I mean, not a bad looking candle. Again, I think you have to justify in your mind what your time frame is, because you could have traded that. But I don't know if I would hold it, because again, I think natural gas will have some problems. XOP chopping around. Again, all these oil and gas names. Great long term, but they're going to be choppy and sloppy. Just do yourself a favor. Define your risk. Have your stops. Look at the gasoline names rally today. Interesting. I guess we're not going green. Oops. MPC. And decent little bounces. ExxonMobil. Again, people have been watching this one. Looks interesting to me. But again, will it break out? Occidental. Again, this one is just such a Buffett sell zone like love. Like he's just loving this. He loves ranges. Selling calls, selling puts, selling calls, selling. Loves it. EQT again. I like this one long term. I think they've got their act together. But big ranges, and last but not least, Flex LN Jizzle. Chopping around. So I appreciate it. If you listen this far, please hit the like button. Leave a comment below. Let me know how I can help. If you want a stock that you'd like me to review on the live, do it. Or if you hit me up and you're like, hey, I'm on StockTwits or something, I can send you a message. I really don't mind. Now, do I just sit around waiting for it? No. So ask. Ask how I can help you. Let me know what you need. And again, if you're dealing with real estate, please, for the love of God, do yourself a big favor and connect with me. Let me help you out. Again, can I promise you you're going to get $1 million for your house? No. What I can promise you is that we will do our due diligence as a team, finding you an agent to do the best possible job we can to list your house, to look for buy a house, or if you're investing. Again, if you're looking to invest, this is where you got to start getting your eye about what's going on and how to anticipate it. All right. I appreciate you guys. Have a great evening. Talk to you soon.